generally three different types of generalizations that we see, especially when it comes about talking about different countries, different nationalities. We see generalizations that are true. For example, in the US, if someone does you a service, it is polite to say thank you. That is a generalization that most Americans would agree is true. The second category of generalizations are generalizations that are untrue, but they don't harm anybody, they aren't oppressive, and they aren't degrading or like putting it in an us versus them situation. We are superior to you, right? It's just things that are people saw maybe in sitcoms through media representation. They believe they're true. Turns out they're not. An example of an incorrect generalization that doesn't harm anybody would be the stereotype, oh, all Americans can sing. It's not true. A lot of us cannot sing, but it's not a mean stereotype or a stereotype that was put into place or that is, shared to try and lower or degrade American people, right? It's just incorrect and kind of funny. And the third category of generalizations is generalizations that are degrading, dehumanizing, and otherwise just contributing to the oppression of a group. If someone can't analyze another country or culture or even criticize that other country or culture without degrading and dehumanizing them or being racist, that is a them problem. It's not the fault of the country. And with this third type of generalization, it is nearly impossible to not fall into the trap of hypocrisy. A lot of times it's really easy to see like the problems when we go to a new country or a new culture, because when you're in your own culture, you tend to have your head so far up your ass, you don't see the problems anymore. Example of this is I often see in my comments underneath my videos, well, I would never go to France anyways. They're so racist. And I look on the person's profile and they're from the United States of America, the country where little children might be shot up by policemen just because they have the wrong skin color, and where Black women specifically are 3 times more likely to die during childbirth than white women, even after you control for education and poverty and other factors that you would think contribute to that. Now, just the fact that they have Black skin in America makes them 3 times more likely to die during childbirth. And a reverse example is I have a lot of my French subscribers that will go to America and come back and say, oh my gosh, the homelessness problem is just out of control. It's horrible. I can't believe there's such a huge divide between the rich and the poor. They have a huge problem. But when you look at the statistics, statistically, there's a higher percentage of homeless people per 1,000 in the population in France than there is in the US. We tend to justify or ignore the problems when they're in our own backyard, and we're able to see them super clear when we go visit other countries or observing other cultures. It's generally best to take a long, hard look in the mirror before making any of those third types of generalizations.